In today's video, I will be showing you how to safely and correctly clean your AirPods. It doesn't matter if you have AirPods 2nd generation, the new 3rd generation, or AirPods Pro, the processes I'll show you will work for any kind of AirPod. AirPods get pretty gross pretty quickly because they're in your ears all the time, and I know that they can be intimidating to clean because you don't want to damage them. So the process I'll show you today involves things you probably already have around your house. It is cheap, fast, and you'll be shocked by the results. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the red subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a future upload. Now let's go ahead and get started. To get started, I will be cleaning the outside of my AirPods case with a lint-free cloth. Anything you use to clean electronics should be just fine. So I'll be dusting the outside with this dry cloth, avoiding the lightning port. You do not want to get anything wet or stick anything inside the lightning port on the bottom of the case, as there are pins in there you could disturb. Next, I will be dampening my lint-free cloth with a little bit of 70% isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol. This is a great way to disinfect the outside and certain parts of the inside of your AirPods case. So I'll just be wiping down the entirety of the outside case with, again, my slightly damp cloth with rubbing alcohol. The AirPods that I'll be cleaning today are 2nd generation AirPods, so a little bit of an older model. That said, this was the dirtiest pair of AirPods I could find in my house, so I thought they would be the best example of how to clean AirPods. No matter how clean you think your ears are, any pair of AirPods will eventually get dirty over time. To start cleaning the inside of the case, I'm going to use that slightly damp lint-free cloth that I've got with my rubbing alcohol just to wipe down the insides of the case to start. Next, I'm going to be using a dry Q-tip to clean the inside of the case. This is to get off any dirt that will come off fairly easily. And then I'm also going to use this dry Q-tip to clean down inside the ports. Apple is very clear, you do not want to use anything sharp or damp to clean down inside the ports, or you risk damaging the electronics that are housed down there. That said, a dry Q-tip is a really safe and great alternative that will still clean up any dirt or dust. After cleaning with the dry Q-tip, I'm now going to dampen it with some 70% isopropyl alcohol. I recommend dampening a paper towel first and then using that to get your Q-tip damp. This way you ensure you don't get too much liquid on the Q-tip. Next, I'm going to do the same thing I did before, cleaning inside the case but avoiding the ports this time because my Q-tip is now damp. This is a good way to disinfect the inside of the case and scrub off some of the harder to get dirt that didn't come off when I first cleaned with my dry Q-tip. Once I've gotten off all of the dirt that I feel like will come up with the damp Q-tip, I'm next going to use a hard plastic sharp object to clean in some of the crevices. For this, I chose a 99-cent pack of dental picks. And here I'm just going to use the sharp end. I'm going to move this around the edge of my case where there's some really stuck on dirt that I want to try to loosen. And then I'm going to come back around with my damp Q-tip after I have scraped a little bit and loosened some of that dirt to try to wipe off the remainder. At this point, between the damp Q-tip, the dental pick, and the dry Q-tip and cloth, my case is looking pretty good, but I do want to try one last way to clean my case to get on the really stuck on dirt. What I'm doing is taking a new hard bristled toothbrush, dampening it with isopropyl alcohol, the 70% I've been using, making sure I'm not getting too much liquid on the toothbrush, and then using this to scrape and brush around the edges of my case. This I found was the easiest and fastest way to get that really tough stuck-on dirt out of your case and loosened that did not come up with the Q-tip before. Then to finish, I'm just going to dry off my case and wipe up any remaining isopropyl alcohol with a lint-free cloth. Now that I'm finished cleaning the inside and outside of my case, I'm going to move on to the AirPods themselves. First, I'm going to take my lightly dampened lint-free cloth and just wipe down the entirety of the AirPod. Next, I'm going to grab my lightly dampened Q-tip and use it to wipe the main grill of the AirPod where your audio comes out. I'm also going to be very careful and use my dental pick with the sharp, hard plastic edge to clean in a circle around the side of the grill. You want to be sure not to press or poke onto the grill itself, or you run the risk of punching right through it. You can then use a dry Q-tip to get any pieces of earwax that might have come up by using the hard plastic edge. I'm going to repeat the same set of steps for my second AirPod, starting with my Q-tip, wiping off the main grill and also some of the additional grills and those black spots that you see across the rest of your AirPod. Next, I'm going to grab my dampened, lint-free cloth and just wipe down the entire AirPod to make sure that it's fully clean. I'm also going to be using my dental pick again, carefully going around the inside edge of the main AirPod grill, being sure not to push into the grill or even really touch it, but as a way to loosen any pieces of earwax that might be stuck there. And then grab them out with my dry Q-tip at the end. And that's it. That's all it takes to clean your AirPods and your AirPod case. I would recommend doing this process every few months to ensure your case stays clean and disinfected. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're walking away with brand new clean AirPods. If you've got any other tips or tricks or ways that you clean your AirPods that I didn't include in this video, I'd love to hear about them, so drop them in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time.